a woman who was raped by a powerful man went to the police. She goes to the police. She ends up getting arrested. That woman ends up committing suicide. A reporter writes about it. The police then sue the reporter for writing about the cover-up connected to that rape. That lawsuit against the reporter has just been dropped by the court. I'm gonna give you an interesting background to this saga. Let's put up the picture of Katie Baker. Katie Baker is a BuzzFeed News investigative reporter. She was sued by the police. So an Alabama judge on Tuesday tossed out a libel suit filed by 2 state law enforcement officers who claimed BuzzFeed's reporting on the suicide of University of Alabama student defamed their character, ruling that the publication's only agenda was to influence systemic change in how sexual assault allegations are treated nationwide. They tried to bully that reporter. She wrote the article about the suicide, expose further victimization that was related to this. Baker has tweeted an update to the lawsuit. Baker said in the tweet, 3 years ago, 2 cops sued me over a story I wrote about a rape case in Alabama. Today, a federal judge threw it out and said my story was true and my only agenda was to influence systemic change. So let me give you some background to the original story of how we even got here. Let's put up a picture of Megan. Megan Rondini, a University of Alabama student from Texas. She reported to the police that she was raped by a prominent man out of Tuscaloosa in 2015. Megan's story became public in a June 2017 BuzzFeed story. As told by her parents, family, and friends, they claimed the 20-year-old was mistreated by the county investigators, the university, the regional medical center, etc. Randini left Tuscaloosa and took her own life. She killed herself. Let's put up a picture of TJ Bond. TJ Bond is the Tuscaloosa man implicated in the alleged sexual assault of Megan. Is part of a family that is well connected and powerful in the Tuscaloosa community, and where major financial supporters of the University of Alabama are. That family is. The family settled with the University of Alabama on the 2nd anniversary of their daughter's death. Bond was never charged with any crime, and the grand jury that heard the evidence declined to indict him because, remember, the prosecutor gets to present the case in the way they feel fit. All right? The boss of the cops directly involved in the cover-up, Sheriff Rob Abernathy, the man in charge. Okay? This story has been exposed. We want to amplify the voice of individuals who are victims and who have the courage to come forward. David, thoughts on this?
My thoughts are, I mean, look, this poor college student, this one young woman, she did everything she was supposed to do. She complained, she got a rape kit, she went to police, and time after time after time, there was a wall that was put up. So of course she fell into deep depression and despair and felt like, oh my God, I've done everything I'm supposed to do. I got taken advantage of and nobody's gonna help me. And so I totally get why she would be so depressed. And I just feel for her family that she took her own life. Kudos to the reporter from the Daily Beast who decided or who said, you know what, I'm gonna tell this woman's story. And I'm gonna talk about the institutional injustice and what happens when you have corruption at its core, which this was. Whether or not this young man from this prominent family actually raped her or not, the cover up that got involved here with the local community, with the university, with everybody trying to protect this family, as opposed to their responsibility towards protecting and helping one of their students, it is beyond sickening. Kudos to the reporter for trying to blow the lid off this thing.
Yeah, and big ups to the judge that saw it for what it was and decided to say this case has no merit, we're kicking it out.